Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot Krisztina. If you are new to my channel, I would really appreciate that if you would subscribe, like, or comment below. You can also look out and check my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org if you would like to have a personal reading with me. All right, today I'm here to talk about Mars in Capricorn in its exaltation. And to talk about that, we're also going to check the picture of the sky because it's very, very important how is Mars and the picture of sky is right now. Let me see actually if I can. Okay, I'm going to share with you the picture here. All right. So what I wanted to tell you, here is Mars in 0° Capricorn. So this is a karmic degree over here, and Pluto is ready to actually exit Capricorn also in a karmic degree. So transformational, very heavy energy in Capricorn. We're going to talk about Mars and the mythology of Mars and also the archetype of Capricorn. But before I talk about that, look at the picture, look at the sky right now. Actually, Jupiter is opposing Moon. Moon is very early degrees Scorpio right now, actually conjuncting Haumea, and also Saturn is conjuncting Hygeia, and Mars is making a sextile with them, and then it's creating a mystic eye in heaven. What else is happening here? Mars is also making a beautiful trine to Jupiter, right? Jupiter, the planet of blessing in Taurus. So we will have to talk about that a little bit as well. All right, so I'm going to stop share here, and then I'm going to talk about what we need to analyze here, and we're going to talk about Mars. Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, and it's often called the red planet. And you know why? Because of its reddish appearance. And it's red because it has iron dioxide on Mars, and it's create rust on its surface. All right. So in terms of size, Mars is roughly half of the diameter of the Earth, and has a huge volcano on it, which we call Olympus Mons. And Mars also has two moons, and that is Phobos and Deimos. So that is actually, they say they are some kind of captured asteroids. So that's not, but you know, we consider that to be the moon of Mars. Mars lately is very popular target for exploration. So, you know, because of the surface and because of it could be available water on it, that could be a candidate for human colonization later on, especially if we're going to ruin Earth really, really soon, the way we are heading and where we are heading, right? So that's what's happening right now. But in astrology, Mars represents energy, drive, aggression, your desire, your sexual energy, your anger management. And, you know, Mars is ambition. Mars is the planet of war. It rules Aries, and it also rules Scorpio. And it rules Scorpio, the co-ruler with Pluto. But, you know, that is the old avatar of Scorpio. So yes, that is definitely a lot of competitive energy, a lot of action if we are talking about Mars. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn, where it's assertive and energetic and structured and disciplined. You know, Mars has a lot of strategic manner in Capricorn. Exaltation actually means when the planet is behaving like a VIP. It is not in home, but actually it prefers to be here sometimes because of, you know, everything is granted. It can thrive. I usually tell it to my children or my student, like, all right, so any planet in exaltation, it feels like your bucket list vacation, like where you wanted to go so long and you feel good about it, and you feel totally everything is granted, like a Hawaiian vacation for many of us. And we can also talk about that. Mars is in detriment in Libra and Taurus. Why? Because of, like Taurus and Libra ruled by Venus, right? Yin and Yang, Mars and Venus. Obviously, it's in detriment, and Mars is in fall in Cancer. So in Cancer, actually, there it's a lot of emotion and Cancer rules nurturing and thrive for security, and Mars wants to take action. So overly emotional Cancer, it doesn't feel great over here. Mars also goes to retrograde, but it goes to retrograde usually every 2 years and a little bit, like a little bit over 2 years. So it's not often, it's not like Mercury goes to retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. Mars is only going every 2 years. Why? Because of Mars is going around the Earth, actually, around the Sun, complete the orbits around the Sun in 687 Earth days. And then we have to talk about the archetype of Capricorn right now. Capricorn is rules the 10 houses, right? 10th house in astrology. And it's top of the chart. It's represented by the sea goat in astrology. The qualities of Capricorn is responsibility, discipline, ambition. Capricorn represents honor and recognition. And Capricorn could be very pragmatic and very, very structured. Very persistent energy. Capricorn is usually, when it's focused, it's achieving its goals, no matter what. So it's representing authority and government. And actually, this is the desire to achieve and desire to be recognized, right? So yes, that could be Capricorn energy over here. And, on the hierarchy, it's very structured and working toward social hierarchy and social structure. And I want to achieve, I want to be top of my social circle kind of energy. So yes, and then when we are going to, so that is, and ruled by Saturn. Yes, I forgot to mention Saturn over here. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. Saturn is discipline, courage, hard work ethic, everything what is Capricorn. But Saturn also represents fears, seas, and censorship as well. So Saturn could be a difficult energy to work with sometimes, but you don't have to be feared from Saturn, because if you are a diligent person, Saturn actually requires diligence, and like don't skip the steps, because if you skip the steps, you're going to hurt yourself. Don't skip the steps, and then you will be okay. And I just made another video about the period 9 year, and also the astrologically 8 years, which is infinite potential Saturn and very, very karmic energy over here. So yes, so that is Saturn. And Mars in Capricorn, it's like, let's take actions and something to do with government for sure. Mars is the god of the war in Roman mythology, and it is very, very assertive energy. And in Capricorn, it could express, like some kind of strategic manner, anything to do with discipline also, because of Capricorn rules by Saturn, and Saturn is the general, Mars is the soldier. So it is almost like, okay, there will be a lot of structure in defense, for example, or some kind of limitation of gun, something with gun control could come up also during this period of time. And I forget to mention, I think Mars is in, yes, Mars is gonna ingress Aquarius on February 13th, right before Valentine's Day. And actually Aquarius, and then the next day it's going to conjunct with Pluto, so it's very, very important. But as I said before, I have to analyze what kind of influence it will bring when it's in exaltation. And first of all, we can talk about the geopolitical influence of Mars in Capricorn. And, you know, that's going to be disciplined approach to diplomatic strategies, as I said. Or also strategic military actions, focus on long-term goals, because Saturn is the old ages, it is long-term goals. Saturn is also very, very diplomatic, not only strategic, and also very disciplined. So it's going to discipline Mars. Like, yes, you are capable to achieve, but you need to be focusing. And also going to emphasize on building solid political structures, for example. You know, Mars is in Capricorn. Capricorn is government figure. Mars is gun. Exalted. So I would assume maybe there is some kind of situation going to come up when they try to kill a politician. Maybe it could be that, yes. But definitely authoritative leadership is gaining some kind of prominence over here, because Mars is assertive energy. So let's go for it. Let's get it. You know, like, for example, I listened to the podcast today and the valuetainment, and there is 40 countries in the world going to have election this year. And it's going to be a huge chaos, right? Because Jupiter-Uranus is going to conjunct April 20th. But then again, this Mars in Capricorn could bring up some politicians who were not on the top, but right now their assertiveness going to, or maybe because they try to commit an execution against them, but they're not gonna be killed, it could be like their fame going to become bigger and bigger, and you know, they're going to gain some kind of leadership over here, leads. So, all right, what's coming on in weather? Because of, you know, Mars rules also Scorpio, and Scorpio rules volcanoes. So, first of all, because of Capricorn, there could be some kind of methodical approaches to managing environmental crisis. And there also could be some kind of geological events like earthquake, but you know, that is like the way we are respond to earthquake going to become really structured, because Capricorn is very organized. And also some kind of long-term climate strategies could come in right now, like negotiation about that. You know, like, for example, try to talk about sustainable land management or weather-related disasters, how to actually increase the sufficiency and the effectiveness when you respond, the first responders. And, you know, Mars, we were talking about that, that's war, that's the planet of war. So Mars in Capricorn, well, it's exalted, so I would assume there will be some kind of strike over here, or war, more or bombing, or perhaps it could be something to do with more organization, like guerrilla organization are going to, or more massive shooting could come up, right? Because of there it's exaltation here. So Mars is very powerful here. But the question is over here, it is strategic and calculated, right? So if it's a military action, or if it's a guerrilla, or if it's anything to do with, what is that, you know, like terror attacks, this is calculated. Military engagement also calculated. But on the other hand, Mars could also bring in Capricorn, like, all right, let's have a long-term negotiation about stability, how to keep peace or ceasefire. Let's think before, let's be a little bit more strategic about this situation. Yes, something with conflict resolution. And with education, there could be something with an assertiveness. For example, you know, like around the world, we do have issues with gun control right now, and the school shootings are or like really in America, that is a disaster, but right now in Czech, and before it was in Croatia. So, you know, like it's terrible. It's getting terrible around the world. So it could be some kind of strategy with school shooting. And right now, like they're going to vote for, I don't know how they're going to manage it, but try to actually eliminate or reduce this kind of events and terrible, horrific events in schools. So yes, it could be maybe because of they going to have some kind of education practice or training for people, or they're going to hire more like bodyguards around the schools. So definitely it could be that. And definitely there could be some kind of educational reform coming in during this period as well. And if we are checking the health situation here, so there is some kind of disciplined approach to health management. But, you know, because of Mars also rules Scorpio and it rules the insurance, it could be some kind of like, all right, it's going to be a general insurance for everyone, very, very basic, where people are going to get the basic needs. And then if you would like to have more, and then you can pay more, but it could be some kind of new strategy with health insurance, or, you know, like policies about any kind of insurances coming in. And in finances, because Mars is exalted and Mars rules Scorpio, which is Scorpio is the Wall Street and it is stock market, right? So there could be some kind of long-term gain in stock. So it could be like, but you know, it rules also the rates, the APR and the debt ratio and anything to do with the interest rates. So you know, the interest rate started to come down, but maybe it's going to be a slightly rise again in interest rate before it's gonna go down. And then we have to talk about what kind of aspect it makes when it enters, ingresses Capricorn. So as I said, it's going to sextile Hygeia. Hygeia is in Pisces, and it's actually conjuncting with Saturn and Haumea in Scorpio. And it's actually conjunct the moon right now because the moon went in early degree Scorpio. So Hygeia in Greek mythology is the goddess of health, cleanness, and hygiene. So that's what it represents, obviously, in astrology as well, you know, something to do with preventative healthcare, something to do with our well-being, and the way we are actually approaching well-being for all of us. And Haumea is a Hawaiian goddess of fertility. That is the midwife, the goddess of childbirth over here, right? And Haumea was the one who actually gave birth to volcanoes. So, you know, because of it is in Scorpio and it's actually conjunct the moon, but sextile with Mars, it could be some kind of volcanic activity. Right now, it's gonna start to have some more volcanic activity, and not necessarily deadly, but you know, it just represents like it's going to start to have something coming on, you know. And then let's see what else it's going to go on. So definitely we're going to focus on healing and transformation of the society, the way we are approaching healthcare, the way we are approaching preventative care, and how disciplined we are in with our holistic approach as well in healthcare. So when it's also, as I mentioned, because of Hygeia is conjunct Saturn in Pisces, so obviously Mars is sextile with Saturn as well. So then Saturn rules Capricorn, right? And Mars is exalted over here. So let's see what's happening here. So because of Pisces, it could be Pisces rules the water. So it could be some kind of structured approach to managing water resources and marine environment. Anything to do with some kind of disciplined actions in artistic and spiritual sector because of Pisces rules spirituality and art as well, skip writing, photography, anything to do with spiritual retreats. And also it rules alcohol, and it rules the drug. So it could be, because there is a sextile over here, it could be like maybe they go, and it rules prison. So they might go into imprison a lot of head of drug cartels, or yes, they're going to put them in jail, prison, capture them. It could be the water management. Saturn in Pisces could represent like dirty water, or, you know, things like that, like the marine life could be get on shore. And but right now with this sextile, it could be like they are capable to, they're going to have a way how to save like beached animals, beached huge mammals, you know, because of, you need a lot of human work and energy to push them back to the ocean, and many times they die when they get beached. But right now they're gonna come up with some kind of tools, or, you know, technology which is going to maybe help them to get back to the water. All right, and then also it's going to trine Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of Santa Claus, blessing. It is expansion. It is anything to do with you know, positivity. So Jupiter is in Taurus. So there is an economic growth actually in agriculture, for example, because Taurus is an earth fixed sign, so that rules agriculture. And it rules the land, the farms, you know, the land real estate. It's not the housing market, but the landing market. And, you know, lately what I heard, a lot of people is investing in undeveloped land and farmlands, you know, and going to go for self-sufficient farms, because of everybody knows something is coming 2024, and we are ready right now to make a change over here. And yes, all right, so let's see what's gonna happen sign by sign, guys. And I'm gonna start with Aries rising. Capricorn gonna be Mars in your 10th house. So it's going to have to do something with your career, with your ambition, something with honor, recognition. So there is an ambitious career move for sure. There is some kind of great reputation coming into your way, get some kind of recognition, going to red carpet. You are very focused on your goals and how to achieve your goals, and you can get a new job, some kind of leadership opportunity coming in, or you are capable to support a political party with money, or with, you know, like with to being advocate for them. All right, Taurus rising, sun and moon is gonna happen in your 9th house. All right, 9th house, anything to do with education, but that is high education, traveling, long distance traveling, older sibling, publishing, anything to do with foreign matters, passport, visa, green card, citizenship. All right, so there is some kind of gain in higher education, and you're going to start to travel perhaps. You also could go through some kind of philosophical or spiritual breakthrough as well. And if you are engaged in legal matter, it could turn out for your favor, but you have to be assertive and not to give it up. And, you know, if you are having a business, because don't forget the trine with Jupiter, your business could get engaged if it is an export, import, or publishing business. Gemini rising, sun and moon is going to happen in your 8th house of shared resources, taxes. You might going to start to do your taxes, anything to do with prenup, with your will, with your inheritance, with your insurance money. So there is definitely a strategic financial planning going on for you. You're handling your shared resources very well. You are assertive. You're going to ask for it. You're not going to settle for a low prenup, you know, or a low insurance money, or, you know, even if you suit someone, you know, like you're going to go for it, and you are willing to do everything to get your inheritance as well. It could be like your significant other salary going to rise a lot. That could be also really great for sexual energy, because 8th house is sexual energy, and that is definitely a transformative experience for you, Gemini rising, sun and moon. Let's move forward to Cancer. it's across you. Okay, so it's gonna happen in your 7th house, which is, okay, it is partnership, business partnership, one-on-one relationship. And that's legal matters also, anything to do with mediation, anything to do actually with your client. So if you have a social media account, your client, you can have a lot of followers, strong focus on partnership, you can get actually a new business partner, very ambitious in business negotiation, you don't give up and you don't take a no for an answer. You are very good strategic conflict, like solving the problem, conflict resolution going to be really good for you as well. And actually, you can bring in some kind of you will be like you want to get engaged or you want to get married, and this is like a proposal, and you're not going to back off. Leo rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 6th house, anything to do with your work, with your health, anything to do with your small animals, like your daily routines and service for others. So definitely there is improved for work efficiency. You're going to have a lot of energy. It could be also like you want to have like rent a home out, and right now you are looking and you keep looking and you're not giving up, and you're gonna get the right price range. Also, you're going to focus on your health, so you're going to be more active. I see you in the gym, Leo rising, and I see you work out or running or something fast because you want to do something fast, like rollerblading, anything with fast movements, definitely not yoga. Mastery of skills, for example, because of and service for others. If you are serving others, then could be something like you're going to teach them, you go and it's going to be like you're going to be there for them, but you're going to be assertive and you're going to stand up for them, you're going to talk for them, for example. Stand up for others' right. Teach them how to take care of the body, teach them how to walk, run, boxing, anything like that. Virgo rising sun and moon, well, this is in your 5th house, so your creative project, children, anything to do with your speculative businesses. It could be very strategic and you are ready to learn and do some speculative businesses over here. Capricorn is really careful, so I'm not scared for you. If you're going to invest, you're most likely going to achieve something over here. Creative project, or 5th house also could be some sport club as well. So it could be something with sport and achieve something in honor and recognition and sport. You can have a lover in, or the creative project, anything with Martian energy. So it has to be a little bit more energetic creative project. And then the leisure activities, you are ready to go for vacation, you are ready to do something, bungee jumping or skydiving, some craziness over here, and your relationship with your children going to be like, okay, you're going to be more active with your children, but you're going to be also more structured as well. Libra rising, sun and moon, it's going to happen in your real estate house, the home and family, your root. So let's see, you can actually do something about your heating in the house. So you might going to renovate the radiators, or you might going to renovate, have a new stove. Or it could be something strengthen family relationship, because of Capricorn is ready to talk and it's like cold-headed. So some kind of argument what's happened before you are capable to solve it. Or if you want to sell your house, this is right now a go for it kind of situation, or buy a house. All right, and Scorpio rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 3rd house with your sibling, your neighborhood community, anything to do with your car. So you might going to get a sport car actually, or your communication going to be assertive and more effective. You're going to be ready to write, to people, email out your services, and if you're gonna talk or if you're going to teach, you're gonna be fast and sharp-minded, and it's a very intellectual pursuit actually over here. If you would like to have a short trip, it's going to be excellent for you and you're gonna enjoy that. And learning new skills would be also important because, during the 6 weeks, actually, you are capable to learn fast because Mars could be fast, so fast learning. Sagittarius rising, Sun and Moon. All right, my dear Sag, so, it is in your second house, so in our second house, because I'm a Sag rising, so anything to do with our finances, with our earned income and or value as well. So there is some kind of financial discipline over here, like what you're spending, please don't spend on stupid things or don't have some kind of sporadic, like, okay, I'm mad at someone or I'm emotionally bothered right now and I'm gonna spend a lot of money kind of situation. And also building resources over here has some kind of value-driven project. So because of Mars is really, really fast over here, it could be like, all right, I need to, implement a new value kind of thing with money management, or the way I'm looking at poverty and financial abundance, it has to change. And, your self-worth is also going to change for sure. And it's going to change for the better because Capricorn Mars is exalted. So you're going to have a lot of self-worth. All right, Capricorn rising, Sun and Moon, it's going to happen in your first house. So obviously that is your personal development, anything to do with your body, with self-discipline, with your self-confidence, so physical fitness, you're going to start to work out. You're going to have some kind of independent initiative. So you're going to maybe create a website or start a company. The way you look, it's going to be more, like youthful, energetic. You're going to look very, very energetic. You're going to have a lot of energy right now. But you're also going to be disciplined about that. And whatever you start right now, it's going to be a long term because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So it's a long term and you are very familiar with this energy. Aquarius rising, Sun and Moon, it is going to happen in your 12th house. 12th house, anything to do with underprivileged. It is the eternal womb. It is afterlife. It is spirituality. It is art. It's ruled by Pisces, right? So it is also rules the hospice, hospitality, hotels, jails, your subconscious work, the behind the scene work as well. So definitely you are very active working behind the scene because soon you're going to be capable to show your work and artwork or script for the public. But also it could bring a spiritual growth as well. And it could be some kind of fast achievement, like you just entered some kind of spiritual activity and, it's going to give you right away some kind of insight. It could be also like if you are actually an addict and you entered a facility right now, you are quickly going to actually be capable to have the withdrawal. And actually, it's going to be long-term because it is in Capricorn, so it's for long-term. And you can get rid of an addiction. And at last, my beautiful Pisces, rising Sun and Moon, that is your 11th house. Anything to do with your long-term hopes and wishes, money from your career, your community, your social activism, your networking, like your friendship. So definitely you're going to have more friends and you're going to be invited for more community events, or you can be actually an activist in your community. But, I'm talking about like networking, social network. And you might going to meet some kind of very active new friends who are going to not only invite you for parties, but, they are some kind of activist, real activist, and you are going to ready to take on to this with them. And money from your career could actually, some kind of promotion, some kind of bonus could come in for you. So this is good. All right, my lovely wise tribe. I'm here for you, and I will come up with more videos. Please subscribe, like, and follow me on Instagram or on my Facebook page, urbanwitch.org, urbanwitch.org. I'm on Instagram. And yes, just comment below for me, please. And thank you. I appreciate you are here with me, and I'm coming up with more videos. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.